welcome to the Students in Free Enterprise SIFE Business Journal. My name is Shawai Baskel. I'm your host for today's program titled Hunger Awareness. I'm a student in the University of Findlay's College of Business majoring in International Business and Marketing. I'm a member of the University of Findlay Students in Free Enterprise team and project leader of the Let's Can Hunger Challenge. Since the financial crisis in 2008, people across this country, state, and county have been facing tougher economic times. The most impactful result of these conditions has been the rise in unemployment figures, particularly amongst middle and lower class workers. With more people out of jobs, money constraints are forcing families and individuals right here in Hancock County and Findlay to go to bed hungry every night. This past year, the United Way of Hancock County came out with a hunger report that addressed this issue head-on. Discussed in the report was the increased need for reduced and free lunches in Hancock County schools, children and seniors going to bed hungry, and information on food banks in Hancock County. Some statistics that were brought up in the report include that the amount of total food assistance issued in 2009 alone was over $10.8 million. By the end of 2009, 1 in 10 Hancock County residents were receiving food assistance. The need for food assistance in Hancock County rose 70% from 2008 to 2009. In addition, the demand for food from Hancock County Emergency Food Services has increased 5%. The purpose of this edition of the SIFE Business Journal is to 1. Learn about hunger and increase awareness of hunger in our community. Secondly, we want to learn how to most successfully work with hunger relief organizations in our community to achieve urgent hunger relief. Third, we want to learn how to help our community end the cycle of hunger by empowering individuals in need to successfully manage and eliminate their hunger-related problems. On our Hunger Awareness program today are several local experts to help us learn and understand our current hunger situation and how to best manage this hunger problem with the resources that we have available to us. Our guests today are Keith Duvernay, David Haar, and Crystal Weitz. Welcome to the program. All right. Mr. Duvernay is the CEO and President of the Hancock County United Way. Mr. Duvernay, the United Way has introduced a new campaign for hunger in Hancock County. Can you tell us about that?
Well, the United Way Board is supporting a new initiative called the Halt Hunger Initiative. It is designed and intended to address the growing issue of hunger in our county. As you pointed out in your intro, in 2009, 1 in 10 Hancock County people were considered to be hungry or food insecure. But we're now in the third quarter 2011, and that number has moved to 1 in 7.
Wow. Almost
12,000 people in Hancock County, 15.9% of the population, is currently listed as food insecure. The other more alarming number is that 27% of our young people, of our youth, are considered food insecure. So we have a significant problem. The 15.9% in Hancock County is a relatively low number compared to many counties around us. But the reality is that it is a number we can do something about. It's a problem that we can fix. A lot of social service challenges sometimes seem insurmountable. But this is one we can fix. We've got the ability, we've got the capacity, we've got the capability to address this problem. And so United Way's Halt Hunger Initiative program is intended to provide an emphasis on the hunger challenges in Hancock County and the food insecurity challenges in Hancock County, and to help rally community support and local agencies, coordinate local agencies and such to address this problem. And we're frankly doing that with more than just talking about collaboration and such. Our board has set aside $1.25 million to address this problem over the next 5 years. Now, frankly, that $1.25 million won't fix the problem, but it'll go a long way to serve as seed money for the development of programs and services that address these issues and challenges.
Awesome. So can you maybe compare and contrast this effort with maybe other efforts that you've made in the past to end hunger?
Well, the United Way has always supported programs and services that addressed hunger in our community. But frankly, they have been Band-Aids. I mean, the fact of the matter is we've provided enough money to address the symptoms of the problem without having figured out how to put enough resources into the challenge to eradicate the challenge. And I think this is the difference. This effort is intended to coordinate the programs and services offered by multiple agencies in our community. You know, the interesting thing is that there are some really great programs and services for food and hunger-related issues in our community. But they've all operated on a rather narrow focus, following their own individual mission. And we really need a coordinated and a collaborated effort across the community to address this problem, to come up with a community solution. The big challenge is always dollars. It's a matter of resources.
Absolutely.
And though there are state and federal programs, there are private foundation grants, a variety of resources out there, many of our organizations as individual organizations can't access those because most, particularly national and private foundation grants, are now requiring that the community view a problem as a community problem and that they come together as a community solution. And so any single agency may not be able to qualify for some of these dollars. But United Way, as a collaborator and kind of an umbrella organization over these efforts, may have much better access to those dollars, bringing more revenue into the community to address this problem.
All right, very good. So within the scope of project right now, is there a certain focus towards certain age groups or certain people within our community that you're trying to help out the most, or is there an emphasis at all?
Well, we know, as I said, that children are particularly vulnerable to this issue. We have a huge percentage of the kids, about 45% of all kids in Hancock County are on the free and reduced lunch program. One of the challenges for those kids is that, you know, being on the free and reduced lunch program, they get food during the week. One of the challenges for them is that they go home come Friday afternoon, and there often isn't food in the house for the weekend. We've responded with a program, the community's responded with a program called the Feed a Child program that is now being managed by the YMCA. But that program's feeding the kids in 2 of our elementary schools within the city. Well, we've got 5 or 6 more elementary schools to cover in the city, and probably 5 or 6 more out in the county that need to have this program made available. Again, it's a matter of dollars. So our first focus is to say, what are the really good programs going on where the needs are being met that we can expand, that we can give them the resources to expand the programs to fulfill the need. And so that's our first effort, is to identify the very good, the efficient, effective programs and find resources to underwrite their costs.
Sure. So how do you go about doing that? Like, how is that implemented, I guess?
Well, we have a variety of surveys and analysis tools and so on and so forth to figure out which programs and such are being the most effective. And then, frankly, we've added a staff person to our organization whose full-time focus is on food initiatives and finding grant money and such to fulfill those needs. That person's just come on board for us in the last 30 days or so. But again, 100% of her time is going to be dedicated to this effort. So again, there's resources, there's plenty of resources out there. We just have to coordinate the activities and access those.
Sure. So you talk a lot about on your end what you guys are trying to do. What can students, faculty, and staff here from the University of Findlay do to help you, you people at the United Way or other organizations here in Hancock County to help end this cycle of hunger and help increase awareness about it?
Well, I think you're doing it today, obviously, as far as increasing awareness about the issue. And the responses cover a wide, potential responses cover a wide continuum, from education to food collection that supplements the foods that our pantries and such have. We're committed to not just feeding people today.
Right.
Our objective is to help move people from dependency to self-sufficiency. Now, in order to help people make that transition, you have to feed them, because when your belly's complaining, when your belly's aching, it's hard to think about getting education and what do I got to do to move out of this situation.
That's right. Yep.
So we're feeding them first. But I think there will be a lot of opportunities for the university to be involved in programs and services that will help educate these people and transition them again, from dependency to self-sufficiency. So your university is I think, in a great way already engaged. And I think that as this whole process unfolds and such, there'll be more and more opportunities for students and the university as a whole to be actively engaged in this effort.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Keith Duvernay. We
My
appreciate
pleasure.
you coming on here today with us.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Hey, we appreciate you. Next up, we're going to be having Mr. David Haar speaking with us, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're here now with Mr. David Haar. David, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
First, I want to thank you for leading the canned food drive for several years now at the University of Findlay. We really do appreciate it. Thank you. Can you please tell us about how that started and why you believe it's important for Sodexo to participate in hunger relief effort here in Hancock County and Findlay specifically?
Well, one of the missions that Sodexo has is Stop Hunger. They're doing that across the nation. And back in 2006, we were looking for a way to help out our communities where we actually have businesses at. So
Sure.
here in Findlay, we thought about putting together Helping Hands Across America. At that time, it was called Cans Across America. And it turned into Helping Hands Across America when we decided, as a company, we decided to go try to break a world's record for trying to get the most number of donated canned good items within a 24-hour period.
Awesome.
We did that for several years, that was the end to get people trying to donate. What can we do to get things people to bring in the canned goods and stuff, and that was a little niche to get into it. Last year was the first year we did not try to break the record, but here at the University of Findlay, we still continue to grow the amounts of canned goods that we've collected to be able to donate.
Great. So what records have you broken, I guess? Like, give us some specifics. Brag about yourself a little bit.
Well, it's about the University of Findlay and the community.
Sure.
They donated last year with over 26,000 pounds worth of canned goods.
Awesome.
Our very first year in 2006, we only collected 994 pounds.
Wow.
So it's grown each year after that. In the last 4 years across the nation, other Sodexo accounts has been collecting these items. We finished in the top third of each year. The last 2 years, we finished first in the nation.
Wow.
So it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it is, for sure. So can you please tell us maybe, I guess, this year's event, where it's going to be, when it's going to be? Give us some specifics about that then.
Well, this year, Helping Hands Across America is on November 9th, Wednesday. We'll be collecting canned goods here on campus at Henderson Dining Hall. That's going to be our main hub where all the canned goods that we're collecting around the city and stuff are going to be all brought there, counted, recorded, packed up, and get ready to be donated off. We have competitions on campus between student organizations, between faculty and staff, with departments and areas competing with each other.
Sure.
To try to get some excitement in with that. Last year, I think it was over 7,000 pounds worth of canned goods came from the faculty and staff on campus, and a little bit more than that, about almost 8,000 pounds came from the student organizations.
Wow.
Which is outstanding. The rest of it came through the community, through churches, through sponsorships with, like, Great Scots helped us out and Walmart's helped us out. And this year we have the same thing going on. Great Scots is giving us some canned goods that we'll be able to sell on campus to assist with donations, as well as Walmart has helped us out a lot with, they gave a $1,500 donation to be able to purchase food from the food bank, as
Awesome.
well as we're going to be out at that location called Fill the Fleet at the East Store out on Tiffin Avenue at Walmart there from 11 to 7 p.m.
All right.
And we're going to have a fleet of vehicles out there from trailers to vans and stuff. We want to try to fill up those items out there. We actually have SIFE is going to volunteer to be out there,
That's
so we'd like
right.
to thank everybody from
Make
SIFE.
sure you come in.
So but that's going to be from 11 to 7 out there. We have the mascot Derek will be out there, as well as we have the local radio station, the University of Findlay radio station. We'll be broadcasting live out there from 11 to 1. On campus in Henderson Dining Hall, that's going to be collecting from 7:30 in the morning to 7:30 at night. And there we'll have WFIN will be broadcasting live from 9 to 11. And then we have another radio station, which I totally forget the name of the place right now.
That's all right.
But they'll be coming in from 12 to 2 to broadcast as well.
Awesome. So some really cool activities that will be going on. So I guess for students who will be coming in and maybe donating food personally, what will be accepted in terms of non-perishable food items?
Well, what we're looking for items that are not expired,
Okay.
and we're looking for items that's not, if it's canned goods, not dented cans.
All right.
So other than that, we'll accept anything. The area we're donating all the food to is going to go to Chopin Hall.
Okay.
And Chopin Hall's mission is to help those with need, and they support Findlay and Hancock County area. Items that they're looking for are canned vegetables, canned fruit, canned meats, and peanut butter.
Okay.
So those are the main items, staple items they're looking for, and these are passed out to families. So we don't want to have so much bulk things. We want to have things that can be divided up among families and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they will take anything that goes out there for it and be able to help out those who are within need. So any item's really good, but those are the top 4 items they're really looking for.
Sure. All right. Now switching gears a little bit. I know Sodexo does a lot, not just with this yearly event, but a lot in the community on a year-long basis. Can you talk about that? I guess with donating reserviceable food to Chopin Hall and what you guys do to during that.
Well, what we do throughout the year time frame, there's times we close for business. Just like the school year runs, Thanksgiving and Christmas and doing spring breaks and stuff like that. Well, some of those time frames are too long where food will stay fresh. So some of those perishable food items and stuff we'll donate off. City Admissions is typically the place where we send things to.
Awesome.
That we would take down if we have things extra for it. I know this last Christmas time for City Admission, we had a lot of things we wanted to donate down there to them. They didn't have the space for it, so we held it in our cooler. If they needed items, they were able to get a hold of us, and we could bring it down to help them out with it and stuff too.
Awesome.
Also, throughout the year, if we have items that are able to be reused, meaning in the fashion of, let's say, day-old baked goods, we will take those down and donate those down to City Mission as well.
All right. Well, very good. Mr. David Hart, thank you so very much for coming on our program today. We really appreciate it. All right. We're going to take another break here. Next up, we're going to have Crystal Weiss. They'll be on our program, so come back soon. Welcome back. All right. So now we have Ms. Crystal Weiss. Is that correct?
Yes.
Crystal Weiss with the Campus Compact Coordinator, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Crystal, thank you for coming on our show today. We appreciate it. Can you please give us an overview of what Campus Compact is and what that program does for students, faculty, and staff here at the university?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me here.
Sure.
I'm so happy to talk to you today. Campus Compact really is the link between our campus and our local community. So we provide volunteer and service learning opportunities for students, and we talk to faculty about how to get service more integrated into their courses and their curriculum. And it's really to benefit the students, first of all, because they are going to be learning these class objectives and then going out and practicing them in the community, but it also really benefits our community. So public relations, marketing, even communication pieces, all the way up to economics help, like we were talking about. I think these sort of projects are great for our students to learn from, but also our community really needs those resources that UF can provide. So we really try to link those pieces together and coordinate that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess back on the theme of hunger that we've been talking about today. So you've worked with David Hart with the Helping Hands Across America for several years now. Just talk about like the gratification that you get on a personal basis, maybe, and why you believe so strongly that's something that you should be involved in, and other students and faculty should be involved with.
Sure. Well, I have been a part of this kind of planning committee and organizing since it started. So it is so fantastic to hear the growth that's been happening. And I love what Dave just said about how it was so small at the beginning. I still remember the first year we were so excited just to have that many pounds. And to see it have grown so much over just a short amount of time is really exciting. So for me, I think the personal benefit is it's an immediate impact. We immediately, throughout the whole day, celebrate all these stacks of cans that keep coming in, and we can't imagine just how much comes in throughout the day. So it's a really celebratory atmosphere. We're really excited. And the other thing that I think hopefully will energize faculty, staff, and students to donate, and the community, is that this food gets used very soon by our local community. So it's a very quick turnaround. We're donating it, and then the next day or two, it automatically gets given to Chopin Hall. And then within a couple days, it's able to be in the hands of people in our community that need it. So a very, very immediate turnaround from donation to actually being used and being able to be eaten by people in our community that currently need this assistance. So very fast turnaround. I really love that part of it.
Very good. All right. So do you know of maybe any other projects or programs that Campus Compact is involved with, and that students, faculty, and staff can get involved with? And can you tell us about those?
Yeah, so it's actually really great. The University of Findlay sponsors 3 mobile food pantries every year, and that's co-sponsored with Chopin Hall. And we give out 10,000 pounds of food at each one of those events. So we just had one 2 Saturdays ago, and we were able to feed 1,039 people.
Wow.
So over 1,000 people just in a couple hours in the morning. And so events like that are really important for our students. We always have a reflection afterwards, and we get to talk a lot about what it's like to see people maybe currently experiencing poverty and needing to get this food, and what we can do to help the systems and the, I guess, policies that might be helping and hindering those people. So I think it's a great resource for us to be able to encourage our students to continue to volunteer and to help with hunger initiatives throughout the whole community. And I really like what Keith said earlier. There's opportunities if you're interested in children, all the way up to senior citizens. There's lots of already places helping those populations. So if a faculty or staff or student is interested in children, they can help with that backpack program he was talking about, giving food for the weekends for children. But if they're interested in seniors, there's senior citizen mobile food, mobile meals, and also senior cafe and lots of things for that. So it's just really important for me that faculty, staff, and students find an interest area that they have and then connect it with hunger and then go out and help the community. So Campus Compact can be a resource for students that want to know what's going on in the community. If they have an interest, we can certainly be that connection point for them.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we've piqued their interest maybe, can you tell us where you're at on campus, how they can get in contact with you to make this happen?
Yeah, so the easiest way is just to shoot me an email, campuscompact@findlay.edu. Come straight to me. We're also located at 212 Howard Street, which is right next to the ceramics house. So students, faculty, and staff can stop by, or they can make an appointment with us, and we can certainly help connect them to the needs in the community and how we can benefit by learning from them, and they can benefit from the skills UF has to provide.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Crystal, thank you so very much for coming on. We
Thank
appreciate your
you.
presence here.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything that you do on campus. You really do a lot, so we appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. In conclusion here, Keith, David, and Crystal, thank you so much for sharing with us today and helping to educate our viewers on hunger-related issues today on the SIFE Business Journal. We hope that all of us have now better understood the incidence of hunger in our community. We now know how we can contribute to urgent hunger relief by participating in the Helping Hands and Campbell's Can Out Hunger food drive for Chopin Hall. On November 9th, all day long, is a day that you can help your community, help our local service organizations like Chopin Hall put an end to the urgent hunger and work towards ending the cycle of hunger. As Mr. Hart mentioned earlier, this year there will be 2 locations where students, faculty, and staff can stop by to donate food. As always, there will be a location in and outside Henderson Dining Hall, and the other one will be outside of Walmart on the Trenton Avenue. Participating in this service to your community will make you feel better about yourself and give you a stronger appreciation for the struggles that others go through. So please, join in and help our community and help yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this edition of the SIFE Business Journal, where we discuss several issues related to hunger. If any of you listeners or viewers are interested in learning more about becoming a member of the University of Findlay's College of Business SIFE program and helping make a difference in our community, please contact me, Shawai Bascal, at bascals@findlay.edu. Thank you for watching. This concludes our SIFE Business Journal program on ending the cycle of hunger. Thank you and goodbye.